Welcome to episode 17 of Angela Watson's Truth for Teachers. I'm your host, Angela Watson, and I'm here to speak life, encouragement, and truth into the minds and hearts of educators and get you energized for the week ahead. Today I'm going to share some thoughts on how to reconnect daily with inherently rewarding reasons why you teach. Visit truthforteachers.com to get the transcript, links to recommended resources, and to share your thoughts on the show in the comments. I want to start by thanking Not Jane EDU, who left the following review for the show on iTunes. She wrote, "This podcast is just what I needed to hear. As I reach my 10th year of teaching, I struggle with many of the topics Angela mentions. I'm excited to use this podcast as a way to refocus and shift the mindset from the negative to the positive. I'm excited to have someone speaking up for teachers and students without fear of the system. Keep the great episodes coming." Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate every review and every comment on the blog. Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts. And thanks also to GoNoodle for sponsoring this episode. GoNoodle is a free website with interactive videos and games to help kids focus during the school day. I love GoNoodle because it makes it super easy for teachers to find the energizing or the calming breaks that students need in order to stay engaged. Teachers can sign up for free at gonoodle.com. So I recently released my 4th book called Unshakable, 20 Ways to Enjoy Teaching Every Day, No Matter What. And today I want to adapt an excerpt from the book for you. Most of the book is practical classroom strategies and habits that you can put into place today to start enjoying your work more. But there's a lot of motivational stuff mixed in there too. And when I was writing this particular section, I remember thinking to myself, I am totally going to turn this into a Truth for Teachers episode because I think it's powerful and I think it's something that is worth not just reading, but also hearing spoken over you and spoken over your life. And that's what I want to do today. So, as a teacher, it's very easy to lose sight of the reason why you entered the profession. There's so many things we do on a daily basis that just aren't what we signed up for. Some of those things are systemic problems. And others are just tasks things that you never would have believed were a reality, right? Until you became a teacher. A teacher's entire day is just filled with these unbelievable moments where you're like, did that really come out of my mouth? Am I really dealing with this right now? Is this reality? And some of those moments are depressing, and some are kind of comical, but all of them are something different than what you envisioned. Your vision of what you thought teaching was going to be doesn't usually match reality. Presumably, you became a teacher because you envisioned a day spent making a difference for kids. You care about kids. You want to instill a love for your subject matter in your students. You want to change the world. Some variation of this lofty big goal that you can easily lose sight of in the minutia of your daily tasks. So here are some ways that you can get back in touch with the reason why you became a teacher when there are so many mundane tasks and paperwork issues that really have nothing to do with your vision for teaching. So first off, celebrate your small moments of accomplishment. Every day of being a teacher is filled with moments of potential joy and satisfaction. And I use the word potential because you have to pay close attention and really be present if you want to grab onto those small, beautiful moments. There were many, many days when I was distracted and I just completely missed them because I was in such a hurry to get to the next thing. I never took time to stop mentally for even a second and revel in what my students and I had achieved. You have to train your brain to find and dwell on those moments of accomplishment. Don't mentally replay the moment when a student disrespected you or when a colleague was condescending toward you. Return your mind to the instant when you finally entered all that data into the computer, or you finally cleared out your email inbox, or you finally finished the lesson plans for the week. You worked hard for those accomplishments, so don't skip over them and hurry on to the next item on your to-do list. Celebrate yourself. Give yourself the encouragement and praise that you would give a student for a small task. Tell yourself, yes, you did it. You are on fire today. Look how much you got done. You didn't want to do that task, but you pushed through anyway. Good job. And as you do these things, stay in the present moment. Don't let the joy of watching kids learn get muddled by the off-task behavior of another child nearby. Redirect them as needed, but keep your thoughts centered on the good stuff that's happening right in front of you. And when you leave school at the end of the day, think back on those good moments. Treasure them. Use them to inspire you to go back into the classroom the next day and give it your all once again. Another strategy is to choose to focus on the students that you know you made a difference for. If there is even one child in your class who cared about what you taught and made an effort to learn it, you have done something worthwhile. Use that student to motivate you to get up in the morning. Look over at him or her when you start to feel discouraged during a lesson, and press on towards more of those light bulb moments with that child and with everyone else. A third strategy is to reframe your work to recognize and appreciate the magnitude of what you do. And this happens when you're truly present in the classroom. In those moments of full presence, total engagement, you will start noticing all the small wins and celebrating the light bulb moments and your little accomplishments. And you'll find yourself getting back in touch with the reason why you entered this profession in the first place. You'll start to realize what a tremendously important job you're doing every single minute of the day. And then you'll be able to reframe how you view your work. Do you think that you spent the last 15 minutes tying shoes and zipping coats? No. You smiled at each of your students as you bundled them up to protect them from the cold. That might be the most loving, nurturing gesture some of those kids got all day. Do you think you just wasted an entire afternoon in a data chat meeting? No, you got to step back and look at all the hard work you did compiling and analyzing information over the past week. You got to see all the evidence of just how well you really know your students. And you got to learn even more information that's going to empower you to take your kids to the next level tomorrow. Who cares if someone else in the meeting had a bad attitude and made the meeting miserable? Look at what you did. Look how ready you are to meet your students' needs because of all your hard work. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Do you think you just taught a developmentally inappropriate learning standard that less than half the class truly understood? No, you helped 12 kids meet an incredibly difficult objective. 12 different kids, all at the same time. And you planted a seed for another dozen kids who are now a few steps closer to understanding the concept when you reteach it tomorrow. This is not overly optimistic thinking. This is realistic thinking. It's reality. This is exactly what you did. You show up day after day and work these little miracles all day long without even realizing you're doing it. You're probably so focused on everything that you didn't do that you don't realize how much you actually accomplished. So I'm urging you, stop for a moment. Be present. See what you're doing. Really, truly see it. Your work is important. Ultimately, whether someone tells you that or not is irrelevant. You have to choose to perceive your own work as something meaningful and valuable, because it is. Be present in every moment of it. It all matters, and it's all worth it. Your takeaway truth for this week is this. The number one reason people give up so fast is because they look at how far they have to go instead of how far they've gotten. Have a great week and stay focused on the magnitude of your accomplishments. Use them to inspire you to keep going. You can do this. And remember, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be worth it.